Hey, welcome to the quiz for class 4. This is the last quiz of the term. And hopefully this time it's easier, but hopes and dreams.
Hopefully we learned something either way.
Yeah. So when followers of the mind-only school talk about deception, which of the 3 characteristics do they say deception mainly relates to? Please also give the Tibetan.
I hope it's Kuntak.
No, I'm sorry, it's not Kuntak.
All right, well.
Do you remember the quote from Master Asanga? No. Okay. Well, it's changing things. So when deception occurs, it's mainly related to misunderstanding how things cause other things.
Okay.
And is there a Tibetan word for changing things?
Yeah, Shen Wang.
Yay.
I think though, why would Mind Only School not say that Kuntak is Kunzop Demba?
But that I'm just saying what was said in
Okay.
last class
Okay.
about the relative deception going on. I don't know.
Okay.
How is it that objects of that type appear to us? This is I'm looking for something very simple.
Completely wrong.
It's pretty darn close. They appear to us in a mistaken way.
Yeah, he's got it.
What is the Tibetan for appearing to us in a mistaken way?
Truk Penang or non petrol.
No.
I mean, we might be using Nampadrikpa that way at the moment.
Well, it's got appear in it, it's got way in it, and it's got mistaken in it.
Is this the
Chinchiloki Nangsul? I'm sorry, I tried to make this easy, but apparently that's you just have to put up with me. This type of appearance is the result of a mistaken perception, the Namrik. When we divide them up, how many main ones are there? Siri was looking up mistaken perceptions for me. When we divide them up, how many main ones are there? Look at Geshe Michael for a hint. 3. What is the first? It was at the very end of class. Okay, we called it a talking proto-seed, articulating something repeatedly for countless lifetimes, such as the cup is out there away from me at a distance. And then it becomes that for us. What is the Tibetan for that type of Namrik?
Nunjuki Bakchak. Numpar Jipa. Yeah.
Numpar Jupe Bakchak. Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, that's cute.
Do you have some translation for us? I don't remember.
I do. I just am preparing.
It's good.
Thank you, Betsy. It was a good homework.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad you liked it. Oh. Can you see the translation? Great. Lumpar Jepe Bakchaki Wangi Yul Nangwe Namparik Dan Dak Du Tawe Bakchaki Wangi Nangwe Namrikpa Dan Sipe Yang Laki Bakchaki Wangi Nangwe Namrik Sum Du Sungne Te Dak Kyang Ji Tabu Yimpani Tek Dele.
Good. I challenge you to add the word Yule from the second line of the Tibetan. You got it? Yeah, where are you going to fit in the word object here?
Yeah, I'd have to reconstruct the whole presentation.
You can say the distorted perception that appears as an object. You see what I mean?
As an object.
As an object, yeah. And it probably means chi, you right?
Okay. Okay, well, that helps us a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, so that one's easier, but he does not repeat you in the second two.
Correct.
After a bunch of kimongi. But I wonder if it's assumed. But let's say not, okay? The distortion appears through the influence of potential for belief in the self-nature. Good. And sometimes I like to say, Dr. Tawa, the view that things are themselves. Okay, but I'll leave it there. And number 3, Sipe Yenlak Ki Bakcha Ki Wan Ki, distortion appears through the influence of potential. So gang, what's Sipe Yenlak here?
Well, it could be the link of becoming, but I don't think that's what it is.
I agree. I think it's the distorted perception that appears through the power of a mental seed that relates to one of the links of samsara. Okay, that's how.
No, we still have to have Bakchak in there, which
Yeah.
I am. Sorry, down here.
Potential's okay. The distorted perception that appears.
So related to.
Potential related to the links of how do you want to call it? Sipa.
Ashila,
Yeah.
we have it in the golden key. I'm looking at it now. The way you translated it there was just links of a suffering life.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. That, do you have more, or is that it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All
But
right.
this is what I translated last time, so I just cleaned it up to go with what we said in class.
Okay.
So I went on instead. So this is where he listed out. This is Master Sangha, right? This
Yeah.
is where he listed out 14 different distorted perceptions.
Do you want to read that section in the Tibetan? Just
Sure.
okay.
Deyang Kangshina,
Word, will you check her? Okay.
Le Tang, Le Chen Tang, Sapoi Namparikpatang, Deng Yewar Chepar Jawe Namparikpatang, De La Yewar Chepe Namparikpatang, Durki Namparikpatang, Dranki Namparikpatang, Yogi Namparikpatang, Tanyeki Namparipatang, Dak Dang Shenki Chetraki Namparipatang, Dendro Dang, Nendo Dang, Chipo Dang, Kiewe Namparipea Pao.
Good. Can you read it in your English out loud, and then we'll just get it.
Furthermore, what are those? They are the distorted perceptions of the body,
Okay.
embodied beings, the profound, which we don't know what that is, objects that are experienced, the experiencer, time, enumeration, the world or the place, terms, distinctions of self and others, those in the higher realms, those in the lower realms, death and transition, a call out to Juan Hasso, and birth.
Yeah. Also invented the transition word. Okay, good. And these are all different kinds of distorted perceptions, right?
Yeah. And this is in what he had said at the beginning of this whole thing is he's like, let's take all existing things. So he's like grouping them. Anyway. Tela lu dang, lu chen dang, sapoi namparik pakang yin patang, de nye war che par chawe namparik pakang yin patang, de la nye war chepe namparik pakang yin patang, de dang zhang dang yu dang tanye ki namparik pakang yin pate ni. Ngun par chepe bakcha kisa bun le jung wei chiro.
Nice.
Sok sung shing.
Nice, nice pronunciation. Just a question for you. Did he cover all 14 in this second part?
No.
Did he leave some out or something?
Yes.
Do you think it's just that he didn't want to mention them all, or that those?
No, I think, oops, we're not there, but I think he's going to talk about those, and as soon as I give up the screen.
That those might be caused by something other than the potential for expression, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, good. So basically, he says there's all these distorted perceptions you might have in the world, and all of them are created by that same weird seed, which is the one
Weird potential.
that comes.
It's not a seed yet.
Okay, that comes up in the mind-only school because it came up originally because they were trying to explain why blue feels like it's outside. And that some kind of seed is causing that. Sorry, potential. Okay, cool. Good. Good, Utpala? We
Oh,
good?
yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, anything
I
else?
thought you were asking people in the class.
Nope.
No, that's it.
Okay, great. Here we go. Back to the text. Let me make sure Grandpa has it up here. Yeah, okay, good. It's a tough section, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
By the way, our experience with words text on the same types of subjects was that as the months went by, we understood it more and more until the time we were ready for a final translation. We were able to translate it. And it had to cook for that long. So, okay, so we finished this part. There's the source of the part from the Mahayana Sangraha.
Thank you.
Making loud noises in my room. Okay.
Very, very loud.
my wife, she got this thing to wash the dishes during the morning class, and I know it must sound like a song or something. All right, let's go. Who's reading? Utpala, do you want to have someone else read and you check them?
Yeah, Venerable Chunsum, could you read, please?
Okay, good.
Okay. Young Denile, Denyewa, Chepa, Jawe, Nyamparik Pani, Supla, Sokpa, Chi, Kam Truk Turik Pa Chao, De La Newa, Chupe, Namparik Pani Meki Nam Pa Shepala, Sokpe, Kamdruk Turik Pa Chao.
Nice.
Thank you, lovely.
I have a question for you, Venerable Utpala. He's talking in this, Denile means from the same book, right? From the Mahayana Sangraha.
Yeah.
He talks about two kinds of numeric in this addition. He added this quotation from another part of the same book, right? He only talks about two of the numerics. My question to you is, are these some of the ones that he says are caused by the potential of articulation?
I'm sorry, our potential for.
Articulation, did you call it? Or
No, they were not included in that.
oh, they weren't?
No.
So he made a list of 14. No, they are included here.
They're in the list of 14, but they are not in the list for. Remember, we've got the distorted perception that appears through the influence for the potential for articulation. And then we've got distorted perception that appears due to the influence of the potential for belief in a self-nature. And then we have the distorted perception that appears due to the influence of the potential for the varieties of, or I'm sorry, I didn't make a correction to this one. Potential related to the links of existence.
Okay, let's put it this way. The most famous distortion or wrong perception we have from the seed, which is piled up from saying something in a certain way for millions of years, is the idea that things are outside of us. Okay, that was the classical one. Okay, now, according to 273, we're also having some screwy perception about things that are objects of actions and things that are the actions acting towards them. Can we
they
say
are
that?
up there. I'm sorry, they are up there.
Yeah. So those two are supposed to be caused by that same nasty seed that makes us think that things are outside. They create the illusion of distance between me and Mark. Okay, that illusion of distance, that 2 meters, 6 feet between us, is supposedly created by that seed. Okay, which means that it doesn't really exist, right? And what was one of the big questions of this section? Well, if that 2 meters doesn't exist, why is it triggering a perception in my eye? And if it triggers a perception in my eye, doesn't it really exist because it performs a function? Okay, so anyway, we're talking about things that you act on and the things that act on them, right? And he, for some reason, our author, K.J., has separated those two out, okay? That which is acted upon and that which does the acting. When he lists things that are acted upon, he lists what?
He lists form and so on, outer form.
Yeah, outer objects.
In the 6 realms.
Oh, no, that means from the 18 comes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
6 object comes in the presentation of 18 categories. Okay, the 6 outer categories. There's an illusion of 6 outer categories produced by that same seed that lies to me and says there's distance between me and Rosa. Okay, all right. And as far as who's doing the perceiving, okay, that seed is also screwing up Mickey number shaper. The intercom group.
The sense consciousnesses, the 6 sense consciousness.
Yeah. So supposedly the same seed that creates the false impression of distance from me to an outside object is also creating the false impression of six different outer objects and 6 different perceptions to perceive those 6 different outer objects. Okay. which is 12 of the 18 dhatus. Okay. Which dhatus he didn't mention here, just curious.
The sense powers.
Yeah, the sense powers, eye, ear, nose, tongue, and skin, and mental sense power. Okay.
So
Now,
these objects are not objects of the sense powers, or are they?
well, he just didn't talk about it. Let's leave it alone.
Well, no,
Now-
this is what I'm thinking of our opponent who really wants to know how it is.
Well, let's see if he goes there. Okay.
Okay.
But my question is, why did he single out these two kinds of what did you call them?
What is experienced in the experiencer?
Yeah, but why did he single those two out? Why did he list them?
Because that's us. That's who we are.
Okay, let's see where
I think.
let's see where he goes. Let's see how he justifies pulling out this second quotation. Okay.
Okay, cool. Because I will be wrong. That we know.
Who are you gonna pick on?
I would like to have, let's see here, Rebecca Vinacore, please.
Oh, it's so long. Okay. I was hoping for a short one. That's fine. Okay.
All the more good karmic seeds.
Yes, I need as many as I can get. Give me the longest one there is. Okay. She soon pay Miki Nampar Shepe Sokla Rangi Yo Sok Nangwa. Is it Nangwa or Nangwa?
Nangwa, yeah.
Nangwa de la Ngompar Jupe Pachaki Wanki Nangwe Nangsu Yupar Sungpe Nangsu de Yulukshe Gula Deyang Dodela Daki Lukla Ngunpo Suki Inpar Rangi Tseni Ki Drukchin.
Or Sin.
Or Sin, that works too. Sin.
Very nice, thank you.
I would check the karma here, okay, Beth?
About Pa or about Sin?
This one also,
Okay.
because when I think about it, sin doesn't look like chin to me. I don't know. It might
Right,
be,
yeah.
China or Chena. It might be Chena. It might be Chena. I don't know. Anyway, She Sumbe means what?
What that quote is saying.
Good. Yeah. Hey, we got this quotation. Let's try to figure out what he's talking about. We got the Mickey numbership, huh?
We've got the eye consciousness
Yeah,
and so on.
Visual awareness. You are aware of what you're seeing, etc. What are the other?
Eye, ear, nose, taste, and physical sensation.
Yeah. Aware of what you're hearing, aware of what you're smelling, aware of what you're tasting, aware of what's touching you, and aware of what you're thinking.
What you're thinking.
So classic. When they look at their rangiyo, what does it say rangiyo? When they look at their respective objects, okay, such as physical form, shapes and colors, Nangwadela, then this stupid Ngumbajabi Bachak wrongs them.
Then through the
potential constant
articulation potential due to the power of the potential of articulation,
or repeating something over and over for millions of years. Because of that, those the objects of your senses nangwa in a certain way.
they appear in a certain way.
Yeah, and that is described here. Okay, they appear in a certain way. Now, given that Arya Sangha has spent the time to talk about these things, the objects and the senses, don't you think we gopa to shepa the you look of this stuff?
Don't you think that we must understand
Yeah.
that what he's trying to say?
Yeah. Listen, don't you guys think if Arya Sangha spent all this time talking about it, that it's important for us to understand clearly what does it mean to say that blue is appearing to you? How is that happen? How does that work? Okay. Don't you think that's what he's saying? He said, and by the way, I keep coming back to it. How can something false appear to you if because it's false, it doesn't even exist? How can something trigger a mistaken perception if it's not even there? Okay, that's been the problem all along.
So would I say that let's see, translated as we must understand the reason for the way it appears?
Oh no, it's more simple. It's like we gotta understand how the heck these things are appearing to us.
I'm trying to understand you look.
Oh, how they appear, how they are.
Oh, how they are. Okay.
We
Not
gotta
the reason. Okay.
we gotta understand just how that false appearance works. You can say works for you in my mind. Okay. How does that work? You know, if it doesn't even exist, how can it be inspiring a perception in us?
Right.
Okay. Well, luckily, it's got to be Dodepa Daki, okay? But I'd still like you to check the card, okay?
Okay.
There's no such thing as Dodela Daki.
Okay.
And Ba does look like La. Yeah. Okay.
It can, yeah.
Okay. So the Dote, according to the system of who?
Arya Sangha.
Oh, Dharmakirti.
Yeah, the sutras, the second school.
Oh, sorry.
According to all those Pramana guys, which is mainly Dignaga and Dharmakirti, okay?
Oh, we're back to them.
They
Sorry.
would say, look, we have no problem saying that the fact that blue is a physical thing or is a visual thing, okay? The fact that blue is a visual thing, Mumbo Suk Yimbar, this is a universal. This is a concept. It's a fact. The fact that blue is something to see. Okay. The fact that blue is something to see exists.
Okay.
Wow.
By definition, it is not in any percent coming from me. Okay. The fact that it's an outer thing, lower school, second school.
Right.
Yeah. Is it an outer thing? Well, sure. Is it coming from me? What are you talking about? Of course it exists out there by itself. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to 276. Who's going to read for you, Marcella?
I would like to have Lindsay Jilk.
Thank you. No.
Hello.
Hi, can you help me with the first word?
Yeah. Numpo.
I'll ask her to do the second.
Nungpo. Zug yen pa de ni nunpo zug so xiang du zen te.
It's not a Z sound. It just means it's a lower S sound. So Shen.
Shen. Thank you. Te rog te
Tope.
tope Shen yul
Nice.
yen kyang de dra
So there's a prenatals there. So take Endra.
Endra why way tog pe Shen Yu Yin Pa Rangi San Ni
Sen Ni.
Sen Yi Kima Group Ching
True.
True King
Ching.
Ching Throw
Dro.
Ta Yin La.
Nice.
Hey,
job.
thank you very much.
Good job, Lindsay. All right. Now we're talking about universal statements here. Okay. So don't think we're talking about the pieces. We're talking about the statements. Lumbo Suki Kimba. What's that mean? The fact that blue is a visual object. The fact that blue is this suk is the kam, right? This suk does not refer to the 5 heaps. It refers to the 18 dhatus. So it refers only to visual form here. Okay, the fact that blue is something to see. Okay, the fact that blue is something to see. Dengi, Lumbos, the fact that blue is something to see is the shenyu. It is what is believed in. Okay, I'll say it again. The fact that blue is something to see is something which is believed in by the Shenbe Topa, by the idea, the mental idea. Oh, hey, that thing out there, that blue out there is something to see. Okay. The fact that blue is something to see is indeed the object that your mind is looking at when your mind says, hey, blue is something to see. Okay, got it? Okay. Yin, Kyang. But
Well, it could be more or even so, or I don't know yet.
But it doesn't exist as the object of that idea by definition. Okay. And it exists as the object of that belief only by drotar, by virtue of overestimating reality. Okay. All right. Okay.
We're back into mind only. Okay.
Well, I don't know. What he said so far was the fact that blue is something that you can see outside exists by nature according to the second school. Yeah, it's really there. Everything's fine. But then if you say, is the fact that blue is something to see, does that exist by definition? They say no.
Oh, right.
That's kind of overestimation by your mind. And it ties very well into Adam's text. Okay. Okay, got it? Does it exist by definition as, does blue exist by definition as a visual thing? Yes. Does the fact that blue is a visual thing exist by definition? No.
Kesha, you're translating Tete Chawe Tope Shenuo as the fact that.
Yeah. Lumbo Sukyimba De. Lumbo Sukyimba De. Den Jawe Tope, meaning Sukso Nyam Du Shembe Tope. Okay. Shenyu Yimba. Rangite Ki Madru. Okay. The fact that blue is an outside, the fact that blue is something you can see, that's natural, that's real. That's not coming from you. But the fact that blue is the object of the idea that blue is an outside object, that's coming from you. That's something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not clear what school we're in exactly.
Right. I mean, we just picked right up where we left off with Adam talking about
the
relationships being unchanging.
Almost make you believe that the Buddha designed tonight's class for 2000.
Or, our whole lives. But, yeah.
Okay, who's reading? God, these are monster sentences. Pick up.
Yeah, who's up for a monster sentence? I think Venerable Gyaltse is up for it.
Alrighty then. Deme san nyumpo
Say.
zemyon pos sukyen par shenpe tope shenyo rangit sene ki madrup kyang numpo di suk sonyamdu sempe tope shenyo du gyurpe
Sure.
numpo rangit sene ki jupe dode pe lukla tokpa de shenyo giran tok dro dakyin kyang de shitok dro tak su mingyur we ke parte tabu yudo.
Nice.
Nice reading, by the way, Gyaltse.
Thank you.
Termase, what's it mean, Utpala? Termase. It's a segue.
Also,
And
Hey,
that's
That's not all.
oh, not only that,
and that's not all. And that's not all. Okay. The fact that Ngombo is Suk
the fact that blue is visible.
is visible. The fact that blue is visible, there is a state of mind which believes in that. Okay. There is a state of mind which believes that blue is something visible. Okay. But what it's holding to, okay, what it believes in, okay, it doesn't exist by definition. Okay. When you have a belief that blue is something visual, okay, as an object of that belief, it does not exist by definition in the second school. Okay. All right, you okay?
So I'm sorry. So what we're talking about when we say the object there is the fact that blue is visible.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Okay.
The Shenyul here is Ngumbo Sukyimba. Yeah. The Shenyul here, what he's thinking is true is that blue is something visible. Okay.
Yeah.
And that the fact that blue is something visible does not exist in the second school, in the Pramana schools, as something which exists by definition. It wouldn't have to have been that way. Okay.
Right.
I'm changing things. That's
We're getting there. That's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what the same author tried to tell us last class.
Yeah. By the way, it is the same author, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why Nick gives me two Cative J's in the same night, but it's kind of mean. But
I think it's kind of sweet.
The way you arranged it, there'd be something wrong with it, right, Nick? Okay. Number de suk so nyam de jimbe topa. When you have the thought in your head that, hey, blue is visible. Okay. When you have the thought in your head that, hey, blue is something visible. Okay. The blue which you are thinking about when you say blue is something visible, okay, the blue that you are holding on to at that moment does exist by definition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we are sutras. Okay.
Okay. All right. Jupe. Therefore,
and that
Dodepe Lukla, which supports Grandpa's reading up here as Dodepe document.
Sure does.
Okay.
Yep.
Dodepe Lukla, according to whose system?
Sutras.
Yeah, the sutras. I like to call them the Pramana guys. Who is the Pramana guys? Dignaga and Dharmakirti. Okay. Dodepe Lukla, Topate Shenyuki Rando. Now we got to ask, I don't know, can we go to Adam and ask him for 2 words from his famous book, which is about to come out, published by the Diamond Cutter Press, and it's Firecracker new executive Rosa van Grieken. Top of day. What's
Yeah, how
wrong?
did you translate that, Adam?
Yeah, what's a rangdok and what's a shindok?
Oh gosh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
By the way, I
Well-
think you could simply say Rangsen and Chitzen.
Yeah, totally. Because you've got the physical and I'm obviously looking at your notes, but I've been thinking a lot about Shindok recently. So I mean, it pretty much follows exactly what you have there. I just can't remember. I can't remember specifically how we translated it.
I think we call it a reverse. Okay, dok is a reverse, meaning is this a glass? Yeah. Is there stuff in the room which is not the glass? If you took everything which is not the glass in the room and you wiped it out, what would you have left? Is the first glass equal to the glass you got to by canceling everything in the room that was not the glass? No. Okay. Yeah, this one's breakable. The glass, which is the opposite of everything in the room that's not the glass, is a concept. It's an archetype. Okay. This is a nice breakable glass. We could prove it, but okay. By itself, just it's a glass. But when you think of it as the opposite of everything that's not the glass, that becomes a luminous image and may have something to do with what unifies the pen parts. So maybe the study of rangdos and shindos is not some ridiculous logic thing. Maybe you could create a perfect world if you understood it. Okay, so anyway, Shenyuki Rangdo. Now, the glass as I'm holding in my hand, okay, is it drotak? Is it overestimated or is it just there?
By whom?
It depends what you're thinking
I
about.
would say by the observer.
Yeah, I mean,
By
if
the
observer is
sutrist
me.
observer? Or the,
I would say by the sutrist observer.
Yeah, they're overestimating it.
Are you overestimating it in some way?
If you
Yeah.
attribute any qualities to it.
Anyway, that says here, the simple glass, let's call it the simple glass, is drotak. You're somehow thinking something about it which is not true. You're adding something to it that's not there. Okay. In the case of visual form like blue, would that be the case? Are you thinking something about it which is extra that you added?
Yes.
That's not really there?
Yes.
Yeah, chi su.
But it's outer, yeah.
Yeah, you're adding the idea that it's outer. Okay, blue. You're drotak. Drotak means you're putting something onto it that's not really there. Okay, that's drotak. Okay. So there's something about the outside color which is added by me and not really there. Okay, cool. But yin-kyan, the shindo, the mental image, the archetype, drotaksu mingyur, you are not adding anything to the mental archetype. In this school, in the second school, okay? You're adding something to the outside blue that's not there. But as far as the blue, you're okay. You know, what you think is blue is okay. But you're adding to it that it's an outside object. That's drotak. In a way, that's ngo and kyepa.
So this one's his location.
Yeah, you're adding that idea, okay? But the one in your head, you're not adding that. You're not saying it's outside, right? Okay, how's that? He started out this discussion by saying, you damn well better figure out how things are appearing to you. And then he answered it. He gave it to us. You're seeing things that aren't there. as far as the outside stuff. Okay, you're seeing things that aren't there. Okay, that's coming from some kind of bakchan, Nunjuki bakchan. From billions of years of talking about it, you came to believe it. That mark is outside of me.
We technically have one more minute, but we did go a few minutes over in the last one, so maybe we just take
I
a
don't mind to, I mean, look, the only thing waiting for us in Xiaoping's text is more information about farts. So I say we do one more sentence. By the way, I've been waiting for her class because I understand it. Okay. Why don't we read up to the first comma? How's that compromise?
Okay, Anna, can you do that?
Yay.
Or are you translating?
Or are you asleep? Or
Well,
are
she just commented above. Maybe she's translating.
Are you talking to me?
Yes,
Good
I
morning.
am. Good
Sorry,
morning.
I'm in the airports to come to the US and I really cannot read right now.
Okay, okay.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Well, we look forward to having you here. Okay.
Can't wait.
Sure.
Yay.
Thank you.
Then I would like Isabel, please.
Okay. Good luck, Anna. Amy.
Safe journey.
Non-read bar
Pay.
bar
Pay.
non-read bay young
Come, dear. Very
Yeah.
heavy
Come.
prenasal. Come, dear.
come there da young way
Zhang Wei.
Zhang Wei Yi
Qie Bu.
Qie Bu
Keep
Qie Bu Yi Da
Pei.
Pei Yi Da Day Pei Su Yi Nyong Po Do Wei Mi Shi La Gong Bo Niang
Nong
Wei
Bo.
Gong Nong Bo Niang Wei Cei Na Gong.
Stop there.
Yeah.
That's a great place to stop. Okay. Let's see how far we are here. Nam Rigpe Karp, what's Nam Rigpa? There, I gave it to you there.
It's
Somebody's
the
being
mentalist.
cute here, right, Utpala?
Yeah, Cater is very cute.
He's been talking about numbering as a false impression for all these pages. And then suddenly he uses the same word for the mind-only school. And it means the totally different thing. And he's just being cute, okay? Oh, and when we talk about these mind-only school, Da Jangwei Kiebu, you had it before, you guys. Da Jangi Kiebu, Da Jangi Kiebu. Da Jangi Kiebu.
Yeah, right. Single.
Now, we running out of time, so I'll give it to you. A person who knows that word.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they know a car is called a car. Okay, so it's interesting. When we're discussing how outer objects misappear to you, it seems to make a difference if you already know the word for something. Dajangi Kebu means, like if you're pointing to a car, there's someone who already learned from their mom what to call that thing. Okay, now how it makes a difference on the outer blue and stuff like that, we got to talk about it. Yi Tepetsu means when they direct their mind at that object, okay? When they know the word for it, they learn the word for it when they were a kid or something, and they turn their mind towards the blue, okay, ki, Mumbo Tongwe Mikshe La, to their visual awareness, which is seeing blue. Mumbo Nangwe say, when that blue appears to them, Mumbo Ngumbo Nangwa Dang Ngumbo Chiru to Nangwa Mase. Not it's two things are true. What? Number one, the blue is appearing as blue to them. Number two, the blue is appearing to them as an outside object. Okay. And we're going to stop there.
I say.
That's cool. That's exactly just confirming what we were saying.
But it's not true, right, Nick?
Well, no, I mean, I think the middle way wouldn't hold that position.
I'm kidding, because we just reached a part that said
No, we're saying
No,
we just reached a part that said "masse." Which means
we're
That's
stopping.
not all. Yeah.
It doesn't end there, and we ended it there.
For
Oh.
tonight.
All right.
Got it.
I put up with Grandpa's jokes. You realize that, right? By the way, when you become the teacher of this class, you'll get to make your own jokes, and everyone has to listen to them. All right.
thank you very much,
You're
Keshima.
welcome. God
Please
bless you.
continue to teach.
You and Adam giving me you're making me lose hair this week. Okay. All right. Or
I'm
it's
sorry if I misbehaved. I'm sorry.
looking down to my ears. I don't know.
My teacher would say you can send your complaints to K-Drip J, care of.
Yeah, thank you. Tell your teacher. Tell your teacher to take a trip. Okay. When do we come back?
5 minutes.
All right, you 5-minute dinner eater. I'm losing weight because I never have time to eat dessert in your system.
All of us.
All right. Okay.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Thanks, everybody. See you in a minute.